The impeachment managers painted a vivid timeline of the past several months, describing Mr. Trump's effort to delegitimize the election even before it happened and retelling the events of January 6th in an intricate and often painful detail. The presentation relied on extensive video footage, much of it never before shown publicly, from Capitol security cameras. On the guy that called me psycho, let me just say this. If you were a psychologist and you walked up to somebody that had some problems and you just looked at them and said, "You're a psycho," and then walked off, do you think that would really help the problem? I mean, if you want something for everybody to see, even if it's words, that you want to publish something or you want to basically help somebody or show yourself or something, don't just walk up to someone and say, "You're psycho," and then just walk off. It doesn't do anything. You should say something like, "Good effort," or "Wow, looks like it's coming together." Or maybe even say, "Have a good day." Even if the person was seriously disturbed and they had major problems and you walked up to them and just called them psycho, do you think that's going to help? I removed your comment. So now that I'm on this subject, I wanted to show you 3 of the paintings I've done when I was younger. See what you think about them. So one painting that I did on acrylic is called Fish. I have it entitled in the back right here. Another painting I did that's a little disturbing, but it's on acrylic using foil and like a regular big pen kind of thing. I named this one, I named it Hell, but I also call it Vanity Faces. And third painting I did is called Heart Underwater. It's entitled right here. And I did this with mostly acrylic. A dinosaur kind of thing at the bottom. Anyway, I am going to be heading out. So I am asking you to come along with me. Okay? Are you ready, Italian Renaissance Perot creepy mask?
Things, reinforcing the dichotomy of consumer and product. Additionally,
You know what I wondered today is the gates just left open. It's very strange.
Direction from Trump, and frankly, those in favor of impeachment are also aghast at the fact that Trump has simply shown no remorse.
How about you, Domenico? What has struck you watching these first 3 days of the trial?
Well, clearly Democrats were prepared.
So the trial's going to be going on all day. Hey, I noticed something that's interesting. The flags, they're not half-mast. They're not half-staffed right now. It's very strange. Kind of a gray, cold day. Temperature here says 31, so it's probably about 31 degrees. Don't see any vultures perching today. Talk about Hitchcock must be proud. Hearing this lady giving me directions all the time on this device, this phone, kind of makes me think, like, I wonder what she's like. Nice little restaurant called Pan-Asian Noodles and Grill, or Asian. It's a little lot in Irving. There's another sushi place right over that way.
Stick around into next week, with potential snowfall arriving in Dallas-Fort Worth this weekend. Allison Prater is a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Fort Worth.
As of right now, it looks like significant snowfall, maybe 2 to 6 inches, is more likely tonight into Monday morning. Temperatures will fall into the single digits and teens Sunday into Monday. And then Tuesday looks to be the coldest, with temperatures from 0 degrees along the Red River to about 10 degrees in central Texas.
The Weather Service reminds folks to protect outdoor pipes and faucets and take care of pets and plants. Extreme cold.
Southern Talk Time. Usually, if there's a single snowflake that falls upon...
In 1 mile, turn right to merge onto President.
If there's a single snowflake that hits anywhere in the entire state of Texas, then everything is closed down.
Administration finalized deals to purchase an additional 200 million doses from the companies. He also said that the companies have agreed to...
I turned tolls off on Google Maps, but I asked Siri to turn tolls off on Apple Maps, and she just says okay.
Not punishing former President Trump. Here's how David's
Down to 29 degrees. Kind of a quick glimpse of some of the Irving apartments. I guess I could try going through here. Actually, I really don't know how I'm going to do this one. Some of these Irving apartments really need to be looked at. It's a really serious issue. Irving is really the only area that I know in Texas that has a major problem with it. You can see that most people in Irving came to Chick-fil-A today. Also a second line converging right there. And Chick-fil-A has their own flag. As you can see, most people at Chick-fil-A are very friendly about letting other people go in front of them. As long as you're celebrating the little things. Opportunity presents itself sometimes in unusual situations. What you think is the worst thing turns out to be a good thing. Last name Kathy. Headed down.
In a quarter mile, take the exit toward MacArthur Boulevard.
Headed down to I-35 North. Passing Baylor's Scott White to my right. Been there, well, 3 or 4 times. Making a U-turn. A really good film with Sean Penn. Billy Bob Thornton's actually in it, directed by Oliver Stone.
Turn right onto West.
Well, ring the doorbell. They seem to get it fine. It's Chick-fil-A. I don't see why they're coming out. Eventually they will. You can see Dallas way, way, way out there.
URA figures she may not get much of her editing work done.
I have a kindergartner, an aide, constant, oversight, and a 4th grader.
So check out True Detective. It's pretty good, especially the first season. True Detective with Matthew McConaughey. It's pretty cool. I always find that O'Reilly Auto Parts is a really good place. They're also real helpful too. Never been to one of them where they didn't do everything they possibly could to help. I don't know. I just think those guys are great. I thought it was really nice is the guy at O'Reilly, he actually told me if you place the mask here underneath the glasses and then push the glasses back like this so they rest on there, you gotta really push them in there. There he goes. It'll actually prevent the glasses from, the condensation from getting there as much. And I actually tried it, and it does work a little bit better. And this is a guy that works at an auto shop that told me this, so I thought it was, pretty helpful. It's kind of harder for the glasses to kind of stay on the actual mask right here.
Trump's lawyers will likely respond.
After House Democrats wrapped their 2 days arguing that Trump incited the deadly violence at the Capitol last month, lead impeachment manager Jamie Raskin urged lawmakers to consider the pattern of violence that he says punctuated Trump's term.
Let's not get caught up in a lot of outlandish
So I went ahead and got one of those drinks, RX drinks, energy drinks, Arizona. Pretty good. I found a lot of things they have. They have some herbs in them that actually help with a lot of different stuff. Some of the herbs are actually from Brazil. Pretty interesting stuff.
On tape. One argument we heard from Trump's attorneys earlier this week was that the former president's comments were all
In the middle of a powder keg he created, and his speech before the crowd assembled on the 6th was more than just a speech.
Before a crowd filled with people that were poised for violence? And he aimed it straight at this building.
Yesterday, Democrats were appealing to senators as witnesses who actually experienced the day of the attack.
You know, I forgot that Sonic actually does that. They have this little touch screen. You can actually scan through, find the item, the burger. Like the spicy chicken slinger is back. It's delicious, crispy, starting at only 330 calories. Double down on your cravings. This one's a crunchy, cheesy melt for comfort. Chili cheese junior wrap is back. Only 99 cents. And you can't forget a signature limeade. There's all natural limeades and lemon slush, slushes and fresh brewed iced teas, ocean water and soft drinks. It's actually limeade slush, but it is lemony though. And don't forget your Reese's, M&M minis, and Snickers, the Sonic Blast. And double down on your cravings, Supersonic Double Cheeseburger, half a pound, 100% pure beef. Make it a combo and add a drink, possibly a signature limeade. It's always nice when you're at a Sonic and a train approaches. Kind of reminds me of that movie, The Outsiders, the Matt Dillon, Tom Cruise and Patrick Swayze, Ponyboy, Ralph Macchio, and C. Thomas Howell. Only Ponyboy's a character, not an actor. Thought it was neat how this stop sign has a blinking light on it. Is that still considered a stop sign? Maybe a stop sign and a stop light? The film that I was talking about was The Outsiders with Tom Cruise and a bunch of others. It's actually directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Patrick Swayze was in it. C. Thomas Howell played a character named Ponyboy. And Ralph Macchio from the Karate Kid's in it. One of the lines is, "Stay golden, Pony. Stay golden." One thing that did remind me of that Sonic and Outsiders was they actually ate at a Dairy Queen with Matt Dillon. And the scene was between Matt Dillon, C. Thomas Howell, and Ralph Macchio, where they're talking about the church and the hideout. It's a really good movie. Eventually they procure some literature from Margaret Mitchell, Gone with the Wind. I believe Ralph Macchio's character reads the Ponyboy. That's where Stay Golden comes from. Margaret Mitchell. Once again, getting ready to pass my ex-mother-in-law's favorite restaurant, the Golden Arches. Would it be better just to, I don't know, say McDonald's rather than Golden Arches? I don't really want McDonald's rolling off my tongue, really, to be honest. Cool car alert, Mustang. So I switched over to Google Maps, and some reason, I don't know why, but they had me go into this back alley. Turn my brights on. It's kind of film noir a little bit. Man, condensation is a serious issue. Can't really see it, but when your glasses fog up, it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Anyway, just gotta, keep on going, figure it out. I'm trying to do different mask things and different areas of the mask and stuff. So this is pretty much what it looks like with two masks and the glasses on the outside so that they don't fog or make condensation or anything, so you can actually see through the glasses. That's pretty much what it looks like right there. Like a freaking doctor. It's like the Invisible Man kind of thing. Well, just wearing a PPE mask kind of thing.
Has held her tongue for so long, or she's rolled her eyes, or she's, just looked the other way.
I was just here the other night. Remember the apartments that are above the little restaurants?
Access granted.
Thanks. It's a really cool area. It's like there's a Crafts Pizza there. It's off of Long Prairie and International. It just seems kind of cool, like a little hangout where people just kind of hang out and live above the restaurants. Pretty interesting.
Incidental, kind of side challenge, or actually pursue fame, don't really know what it's like. I've seen it all. I mean, I've seen the ups and the downs. I've seen people rise to success and everybody orbits around them, and then I've seen it all go away. I've seen people handle it well.
It's a really good show on the radio. 90.1 with Rashida Jones talking about how she ended up a movie star. It's pretty good. It's on the radio right now.
She sort of put that aside. She decided she didn't want that, and she gave it up to raise us and to just kind of be in her family, so that when that happened, it felt like it changed the dynamic of our household, and it changed my dynamic with it, because I think in some ways I've always thought that fame has very, very difficult consequences, and I don't think every family, and I don't think every person is designed to carry the weight of fame. I think people think it's this wonderful, magical heal-all, and it's actually the opposite. It's like it can be a poison. It can be intoxicating and destructive.
Yeah, I mean, your mother says in your documentary about your father.
It's interesting listening to Rashida Jones talk about fame and destruction and how it's intoxicated, or intoxication, sorry. I agree with that 100%. Anybody would. I mean, any type of major success would be, you know. I mean, the movie stars out there aren't the only ones that are, you know, famous and deal with destruction or intoxication. A lot of people do. It's in a lot of fields.
Very lucky about that.
It's actually Rashida Jones. Sorry about that.
And he talks about himself.
So I found out on the radio show that Rashida Jones actually has worked with Sofia Coppola in a film called On the Rocks, and she's talking about it. And I'm a big Sofia Coppola fan, so I can't wait to see it.
Do a lot with that in the real world, but I just of comedy. It's very musical in a sense, and you know I did a little bit of it in college.
Well, that's a wrap. If you have anything you want to say about tonight's vlog, leave it in the comments. Thought this little area in Louisville is a neat place to vlog. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. If you don't know about my channel, I'm Cole. And I'll probably link another channel and watch something else. I will have my PayPal in the description if you want to help fund it. And thanks so much. That'd be a wrap, and the vlog is over.